Okay, everybody, we're going to look at everybody's favorite types of problems, which are word problems. And I always joke with students because I know that all of you hate them. But the thing about doing word problems and the reason it's important and the reason we place such an emphasis on it is because word problems are the way problems in real life look. Maybe not exactly as scripted out as the ones in your books, but word problems is what we have to deal with on a daily basis. So that's why it's good for us to be able to read through this, pick out the important information, and determine what we got to do. So let's take a look at this problem. We got two problems we're going to go through here. So this first one is from the resource, from Guided Practice, number 4. Cassidy went to the movies with some of her friends. The tickets cost $6.50 each, and they spent $17.50 on snacks. So the total amount paid was $63. Solve the equation. $63 equals $6.50 times P plus $17.50. So this is what they did is they wrote the equation for you. Okay, they said 63, which stands for that $63, equals $6.50 times P. Well, $6.50, they got that number from there, and they're calling P must be the number of tickets, right? So 6.50 times P plus 1750. And 1750 is a fixed cost because that's what they spent on snacks. All right? It doesn't change depending upon the number of people. They spent that much money and it's a one-time cost. So now with this, we just want to solve this. All right? So our cows in this case, cows and chickens, right? Our cows are 650p. And our chickens would be 1750 and 63. So we're going to keep the 650 on this side of the equation, and we're going to get rid of that 1750 by subtracting it from both sides. So let's start by doing that. Let's go minus 1750. This looks a lot uglier than it really is. Okay? So if I subtract 1750 from $63, and I put that in a calculator, I'm going to get, I believe, $45.50. I'm doing that in my head. But, yeah, that's right. 50 cents plus 50 cents would give me $1. 17 plus 45 is 62. You have $1 over here, so that bumps it up to 63. We're good. So we have 45.50 equals 650p. And then nothing confusing about this. We know that it's being multiplied by $6.50. The P to find out the number of tickets, right, or how many people went to the movies, whatever you want to look at that. Well, if it's being multiplied by that, the best way to get rid of it is to divide it. And so we're going to divide both sides by 650. Now, before we get an answer, I want you to think about something. If you were to do this and you got some answer, and supposing you got like 6.9 or 8.5 or something, would that make sense? And that's the big thing. I want you guys to focus on the fact that math should make sense. And if you get a decimal answer when you're talking about people, how do you have a tenth of a person or 2/10 of a person or something? You don't. So it should make sense. So I'm plugging this into a calculator, and indeed it does make sense. I get 7. That means 7 people went to the movies. All right? You can tell this is old because $6.50 is pretty cheap for a movie. All right, let's try another problem. Some friends decide to go to the aquarium together. Each person pays $7.50 to get in. They spend a total of $40 for the shark exhibit. The total cost is $70. Solve this equation, which we're going to write here, 7.5x plus 40 equals 70. So 70 is our total cost. 40 is that fixed cost for the shark exhibit that they paid. And then $7.50 each. And then X is obviously going to be the number of people that went to the aquarium. All right, so 7.5x plus 40 equals 70. Well, we're going to start by trying to get this 7.5x by itself. We're going to do that by subtracting 40. So you always do the opposite. All right, so 70 minus 40 gives me 30. And then this gives me 7.5x. Again, I should get a whole number for my answer, right? I should get an integer answer, and it should be positive because we're talking about people. So I'm going to divide 7.5x by 7.5 to get x by itself. And if I do that, put it into a calculator, indeed, I do get a whole number. I get 4. So 4 people went to the aquarium. And if you work backwards and figured that out, you'd say, well, 4 people had to pay $7.50 each. Well, 4 times 7 is 28, and then 50 cents 4 times is $2, so that's $30. So that's good. And then they spent another $40 on the shark exhibit. So it was $70, and that's what we got over here with our equation. So again, this stuff should make some sense. It shouldn't be just this mystical voodoo weirdness going on and just numbers and it doesn't make any sense. It should make sense. All right? So hopefully deciphering it this way is helping you out a little bit, and good luck with your problems.